It's always fun to go to exhibit at OFC, or you can see all the new developments, what the companies are trying to bring from research into technologies. As we go again, going back to coherent, 100G, beyond 100G, we will need new test and measurement equipment. I expect that we will see a lot of developments in this area on the components, on the devices themselves that will help both researchers and engineers.
The fiber to the home or fiber to the curb, FTTX in general, we have seen many years looking at the various technologies. We have the gigabit PON, and we have various flavors of FTTX in the network. And we see the next generation PON, we see the discussion that we have in our technical sessions in terms of longer reach, and deployments of the next generation PONs, or with the existing deployments that we have in the field, the fiber issues that we're facing. All of this has translated into mature technologies that we see in the deployment in the fields as well as on the show floor. So you can go on down the show floor, you can look at the FTTX Research Center. We have fiber optic switch interconnects. We do have the optical switch pavilion. I think we even have a green pavilion this year that you could see the many aspects of the work that's you look at the technical sessions, you can walk down the floor and then look at how these things have materialized and touch them and feel them.
How is technology transitioning from OFC, NFOEC to the exhibit floor? One of the areas today that I think is exciting is advanced modulation formats, particularly multi-level amplitude signaling or coherent signaling. And what we're seeing there is that there's a capacity crunch, and so people are starting to look for spectrally efficient, more capable modulation formats. Most of the experiments that are going to be discussed at OFC are basically utilizing a post-processing approach, where researchers will do their experiments, capture it on a high-speed oscilloscope, and then post-process the data. One of the things that we're starting to see, this transitioning to the exhibition floor, is that companies are starting to see the need for things like wideband A to D converters. That is really a critical component of these digitally based modulation formats. Another element that leverages the wideband A to Ds is forward error correction. And so we'll have a couple of talks, one by Ian Dedich about a 56 gigasample per second high-speed analog to digital converter, which again is directly enabling these type of technologies. On the exhibit floor, things that are available today are multi-gigasample per second A to Ds, so they kind of go in lockstep. An additional item that is pushing for these formats is forward error correction, as we talked about. And so with forward error correction, you need to have a lot of processing power basically built into an ASIC, or you do it in software via post-processing. While today we're doing a lot of post-processing based forward error correction, on the exhibit floor you're starting to see application-specific integrated circuits coming out, which can enable things like Reed-Solomon codes.
It's always interesting to visit the exhibit floor. Usually you see at the exhibit floor last year's research being turned into practice. This year I would expect that there will be a lot of subsystem components that are becoming available in the area of the 100G. I expect that there will be a number of advances being shown in the area of FTTH, FTTX. And so I would advise everybody to take a good look, and maybe you find some surprises that you weren't counting on.